We're the TLC. We are the elected representatives of the class of 2013. I think they immediately regretted it, but they did elect us 2 years ago. And it's been our privilege to be a liaison between the students and the administration. John organized the J Olympics this year. Stacy headed up a networking fair. We made some very tough decisions about graduation attire. And now we get to announce the class gift. So we all pitched in and we all voted, and this was actually Monica's idea. And so our gift is a couple solar chargers for laptops and iPhones. And you can tell from this gift that this is the class that covered the Occupy movement in all of its permutations and locations, from Occupy Oakland to Occupy San Francisco to Occupy Cal to Occupy Richmond. It did exist, which meant a lot of long days in the field and frequent trips to cafes to charge our devices. And so this is our gift to future J Schoolers, so they don't run out of juice while covering the revolution. So. And now Spencer Whitney will recognize the visiting scholars.
Thank you, Joelle. Good morning. Today we are here to honor our international visiting scholars, experienced reporters and editors who have spent years working on their craft to bring compelling stories to communities all around the world. In previous years, visiting scholars have come from Brazil, China, Mexico, Uganda, India, Finland. The list goes on. But what these scholars have in common isn't geography. It's a desire to bring awareness to issues like climate change, civil war, workers' rights, and presidential elections. The International Visiting Scholars Program is a non-degree program that provides a one-year opportunity for journalists from abroad to pursue advanced professional training and academic study. Visiting scholars audit courses offered here at the J School and in other disciplines, drawing upon the extensive resources and the community life of a major research university. But let me back up and talk about our visiting scholars. Vera has been a staff writer for major magazines in Finland with a weekly column. Ashley DeMello is an assistant editor of the Times of India newspaper. Fareed Abdul Rahman is an investigative reporter who has worked in the United Arab Emirates to document labor demonstrations and practices in Dubai. Lee Honghai, who cannot be here today, is an independent environmental documentary producer from China. His documentary, The Furthering of 88048, follows the first Chinese mountain climbing team to scale Mount Everest. That's impressive. And I say this to touch on just a few of the accomplishments and levels of experience these scholars bring to the table. As ambassador, I've had the pleasure of taking classes with Fareed, Hai, Ashley, and Vera in long-form narrative writing, history of documentary, news photography, and many other classes. In addition to these classes, we would meet on Mondays with Professor Alan Mutter to share our experiences, answer questions, and learn more about each other's cultures. And one of the funniest things about this, I just have to say, some of the questions we get, they range from everything like, where's the bathroom? How do I get around campus? To, what are those crazy people doing on Berkeley Avenue and Telegraph? Why do they wear so many crazy colors? Is that their job? But amidst that, we'd also discuss aspects of American government, journalism, and take trips with Alan's entrepreneurial journalism class to visit the headquarters of social media giants like Twitter and Facebook, as well as Google. And with the Visiting Scholars Program, they were able to participate in the J School's Multimedia Bootcamp, the infamous Multimedia Bootcamp. And that focuses on, operating different kinds of cameras, audio recorders, and working primarily with our hyperlocal news sites. Oakland North, Mission Local, and my personal favorite, Richmond Confidential. In our long-form narrative writing class, we worked with journalist Cynthia Gorney to conceive and report newspaper, magazine, and online stories. Every week, we would meet to analyze feature articles and discuss their future, the style of writing, and what the broader story is. In our photo essay class, Ken White taught us how to tell our stories through the lens of a camera. Whether it was taking pictures of hippies on Telegraph Avenue to running down the sidelines during a Cal football game, there was always something to do and always something new to learn. I hope you all take these experiences and skills you've gained at the J School wherever you go in your careers. And remember that wherever you go, you always have family at the J School. So without further ado, on behalf of UC Berkeley's Graduate School of Journalism, we'd like to recognize our visiting scholars. So when your name is called, please come up to the podium to accept a certificate of recognition. Vera Luomo Aho. Fareed Abdul Rahman. And we have two others. We actually have, in fact, Hai Liwang. He's actually, I believe, in China right now. He's working on a documentary. And Ashley Dema, who just went out of town to visit his sister. But we just wanted to honor them today, as part of the Visiting Scholars Program. So please give them a round of applause. Thank you very much.